What's up, YouTubers? Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the newly released Halo figures from Jazwares. This particular figure is called the Pilot. As you can see on the front of the packaging, it comes with this nice clear window. Down in the bottom, it says the word the Pilot, and he comes with a Bulldog shotgun. It also has a included game add-on card. As I flip it around, you can see the back of the packaging. It's pretty simple and just a nice large picture of Master Chief. Now I have to tell you, I've passed this figure up a couple of times. I saw it at Walmart for $9.99 and figured, let's give it a shot. So let's open it up and see what he's all about. And here we have all the contents out of the packaging. And here you see, he comes with this great figure stand. It's got this faux grass effect, painted green and brown. 2 pegs for the feet, and all the way around the stand it has these slots and grooves. That's so you can connect all these stands together to make a large diorama if you want. And this is the included game add-on card. It's got a great picture of Master Chief and the title Halo Infinite on the front. And on the bottom it says see back for offer and details. And underneath my thumbs is the actual code you would enter into the game for whatever add-on this particular card gives you. I think this is a kind of a cool incentive to want to buy the game, and not only that, but get all these figures to see what other add-ons you can get. Also included, he comes with the Bulldog shotgun. This has some really nice detail to it. It's got a black painted drum, a black handle in the front. The whole thing is dark gray. If I flip it over, you can see the muzzle's painted black, and on the side here is a peg, and that's so it can peg into the back of the figure. This thing is made of pretty pliable and rubbery plastic. I kind of wish it was a little bit more rigid, but that's alright. And lastly, of course, the figure itself. So while I have this in my hand, let's take a better look at the figure. It has this really great head sculpt. It matches up to the game character pretty well. Eyes are painted and dark beard. He's got a green vest with a gray belt, blue jumpsuit, black knee pads, and he has these gray boots or sneakers. Turning it to the side, you can see up on his left shoulder he's got the same patch as he does in the game, the UNSC faction. Around the back, the vest is green, and you can see all the wrinkles and sculpt work that they did in the jumpsuit. Nothing on this side with the exception of 2 pouches on his legs and no patch on this shoulder. And back around to the front. For a $10 figure, I think they actually sculpted this pretty well to match up to the figure in the game. The colors are nice and bright, and the sculpt work is pretty decent. Okay, let's see if we can't get him to hold this shotgun and take advantage of some of this articulation. We'll put it in his right hand, and it looks like I'm not going to be able to get his left hand on the front foregrip. That's probably because this vest is pretty bulky. So the best I could do is maybe turn his hand this way and open it up. See if I can't get him to grip the underside of the barrel. Just like that. Not too bad. It's a shotgun, so you'd be hip firing this thing anyways. And there's no way that that front hand could reach the front foregrip. It's just too bulky. As you can see, his arms aren't bending in all the way, and the vest really pushes the gun out. So I think I'll put his hand back here and have him continually hold the gun in this fashion. It's not too bad. For the cost of this figure, I'm not going to complain too much, and as you can see, that gun is pretty pliable, so it is bending a little bit. All in all, not too bad. And obviously he has this peg, and that goes in the hole in the back of the figure, and you can carry the weapon around in this fashion. There are plenty of options also. If you're any type of collector, I'm sure you have a bin of old weapons laying around, and maybe he could be a pistol carrying pilot instead. How about we take a look at this figure stand he comes with? If I tip the figure up, there's a hole in the bottom of each one of his feet. And this is to accommodate either one of these pegs. And what you do is you just press the foot on, and it fits on pretty snug. He's not going anywhere. Not too bad. And I just so happen to have another one of these stands to show you how they connect. And all you do is you line these up and turn them just a little bit, and they lock in place. And this gives you a nice option to line all your figures up in a row or create a mini diorama if you want. Moving on to the articulation of the figure. Now his head is on a ball joint, so it moves left and right. He looks up really well. He looks down really well. Now his shoulders come up about this far, and they are hindered a little bit with the vest. And of course these rotate. His elbow bends at 90 degrees. And this also rotates 360 degrees. His wrists rotate 360 degrees. And I was pretty shocked to see that they actually added a joint right here. So his wrist goes up and down. And the same articulation point on this wrist. And this one goes up and down. Good range of motion. Now right here there's a cut on his diaphragm, so he does swivel. He can't really ab crunch too well because the vest, again, is too bulky. We'll come down to the legs and he can do the splits about this far. He can kick forward about this far. He has a double knee joint, so his leg goes all the way back. Great range of motion on his leg. Coming down to his foot, it has a pivot point right there, and he can point his toe up. He can point his toe down. And this is also on an ankle rocker, so you get a lot of range here. Coming back up to his thigh, it's a hidden joint right here, and this actually rotates. That's hidden really well with the sculpture. I'm actually pretty impressed with the amount of articulation for this $10 figure. Finally, let's see how he sizes up against other 1/18 scale figures. Let me grab a Devil's Toy Woo Medic. Let's bring in a Joy Toy figure. How about a modern G.I. Joe? So let me grab Flint. And we can't forget a custom October Guard Marauders figure. If you ask me, he sizes up pretty well. And not all figures are the same exact size, just like humans. Well, this has been my look at the pilot figure from the Jazwares Halo collection. From the really great looking face sculpt, surprisingly decent articulation, and the sculpture on his outfit wasn't that bad either. He has weapon storage on his back, and I went ahead and took the liberty and found an extra pistol I had laying around, and as I suspected, he holds onto this pistol really well. I think this is going to be his primary weapon of choice from now on. If you happen to run across this figure, I say go ahead and pick him up and add him to your collection. And as always, I'd like to thank you for watching. And if you like what you see, join the community and hit that subscribe button. And remember, share your knowledge.